always count on the ladder when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. Lion.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
From the 27, Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Hurts finding Goddard there. First down, Philadelphia.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Eagles at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hurts. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. First down carry by Elliott. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. 2nd and 5 now. Prescott. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Oh, this is blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. Locker skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys are a little bit jumpy. Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Prescott to throw it. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play here for Dallas. 48 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Up the middle. Here's Elliott. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down.
That's definitely could be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
The first quarter already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defense defense is a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Williams, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. This one swung out to Williams. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on 2nd down. Hurts. Flushed out right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. This is caught. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. They go back to the ground with Williams. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Hurts. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercepted. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Go, check.
Throwing is Hurts. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles! Jerry Jeudy with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are able to extend their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Ends in the pocket, trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, yes, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
But first down, Hurts. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Hurts throw here into the hands of the receiver, Jeudy. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Hurts now hoping to make up for that pick six. He'll buy some time right. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. He's going deep for Brown. And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now. Because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't running up to that problem because they've forced big turnovers already. It's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And Prescott, his third interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They run it again with Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Eagles touchdown. Javonte Williams, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Prescott. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 40-yard line. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. But remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on.
And he's going to go down again. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
So quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Going to take a shot for Gallup. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
45 yards on the ground for him so far. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Zeke going to get it on the option. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. after the touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the 1st. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the 1st down. So you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And that is incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Williams going to get it again on second down. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun now on third down. Man open left side is Brown. And the Eagles are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. Javonte Williams with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker, and the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Yeah, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 13-yard line. 81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go, here we go. Hurt.
Hurts sets up to throw it. This is caught. Touchdown. Javonte Williams from 17 yards out. And the Eagles are on their way to a 2-0 start. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
47. Right. We're going to 54. Right here. We're going to 52.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play here for Dallas. And even 60 yards. That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career. So that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he'd throw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann. It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw.
From the red zone now, Prescott. His throw caught right around the 6. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Good gain there on first down and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 91 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On second down, Williams. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they'll get him behind the lead. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Philadelphia, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.